Is India's enforcement of abusive language laws consistent, or is it highly selective? We live in a digital landscape where a single viral video can make you or break you and can even land you in a police lockup overnight. In the recent case, which we were discussing earlier, of Ruchika Singh, a citizen went and filed a zero FIR and wanted action taken against Ruchika Singh. However, she turned out to be a 15-year-old and investigation stopped, and even the Prime Minister uh, made a video where he chose to forgive them. But this case exposes a much deeper, uglier double standard. It isn't just about politics. It is about gender. It's about the gendered abuse used to insult people they are attacking. It's about how society and a legal system uniquely puts the entire onus on women to uphold purity of language, while giving men a permanent free pass to be as vulgar as they like. Even the Prime Minister's video focused only on the women protesters' language and chose to forgive them. A lot of members of parliament of the Bharatiya Janata Party went on to even call them. The gutter generation went on to call them things such as ugly women who won't even be good housewives. The application of speech-related laws reveals a massive gap. There is what the Supreme Court says, and there is how the police machinery actually functions. The Supreme Court of India has ruled very clearly any vulgar language or crude insults do not automatically equal to criminal obscenity. To be a crime, the speech must incite some kind of hateful action or lustful action. Yet local police routinely ignores this threshold to launch immediate crackdowns on ordinary citizens. Indian law treats insults to public official under standard defamation laws. There is no special VIP protection clause or VIP privilege that is given to so-called big political faces. But in practice, if a citizen insults a powerful politician, multiple state forces mobilize instantly. But if an ordinary citizen faces brutal abuse, doxing, or threats online, they are told to wait in line. I've seen this happen during Sulipai bully deals, how difficult it was for me to file an FIR and get it investigated. Now let's talk about the unspoken rule of Indian society, the gender trap, just in case of Sulipai bully deals, which I mentioned. Why does a woman using abusive language trigger such an immediate national meltdown, while men using the exact same words are dismissed as locker room talk or locker room anger? And totally, some anger that has erupted and disruptive. In India, women are culturally burdened with being the custodians of morality, culture, and sharm. Parivar ka sharm. When a man abuses in public, society calls it aggressive, disruptive, or unruly. But when a woman uses that similar language, she is branded as characterless, uncultured, and a threat to societal values. Like I mentioned, some women MPs of the ruling dispensation had a lot of ugly things to say about these women. Look at the backlash against women protesters. The moment a woman speaks up aggressively, the focus instantly shifts away from what she's protesting about. The issue, in this case, about their future, about the paper leak, everything stood forgotten and centered entirely on how she spoke and what she spoke. Her anger is delegitimized, her issue is delegitimized because she didn't use ladylike language. This cultural bias leads directly into law enforcement. Police and lower courts are far quicker to act against a woman using foul language because it shocks the patriarchal conscience of the system. Meanwhile, millions of women face daily horrific sexual explicit abuse online from male trolls. Abuse that even includes rape threats. And the police machinery usually tells us to move on, develop a thicker skin, and ignore the internet noise. What we are looking at is a system where the process itself becomes the punishment. When enforcement is selective, the law stops acting as a neutral arbiter of peace. It begins acting as a tool of social conditioning. If the law heavily penalizes an average woman or minor for foul-mouthed rant, while totally leaving those powerful political figures completely untouched when they use highly abusive, polarizing, hateful language or rhetoric on stage, the system isn't broken. It is operating precisely by design. It protects political egos and it protects patriarchal comfort. We have to look at past individual viral videos and look at the larger precedent. Are we enforcing laws to protect public order, or are we enforcing them to keep people under check and keep them silent and compliant.